All right, so it is Monday, 4th of March 2023. Another one of my video journal entries, and what's special about this one is that I am again experimenting with a new thing. First of all, let me tell you that I am again in my studios, and it's the 4th of March 2023. I have some bullet points in my Notion app, which I am be looking at in this video journal entry from my tab. I have a dual device setup again. I am using my camera for video and my tab for powering up this microphone and recording the sound file as well. The first and foremost, the most important thing about this video is that I'll be using a new technique. It's not really a technique, but it's a way of doing things, and something that almost all of the video creators on YouTube have been doing apart from me, and no surprises there again. So today I'll be using jump cuts and pauses, and in between the recording of this video I'll be stopping, and in places where I feel like I need to redo the sentence again, or in short we can say that I'll not be speaking in a continuous manner for the whole length of this video to keep it interesting for the listener, who might be me only later on, tomorrow, maybe next year or next month or whenever it is. Alright, so this was the first jump cut of the day, which I required because my Notion app was not opening on my tab. In Notion, I have the script of this video journal entry ready and typed out, and I'll be using my tab to look into the bullet points and talk about the topics accordingly. As I said, I'm sitting in my studio. It's 23rd of March. Sorry, it's 4th of March. I began writing this script yesterday. So in my written notes, in my Notion app and everywhere, it will be written as 3rd of March, journal entry for 3rd of March. But then again, some things happened and I procrastinated. I just couldn't do it yesterday, so I'm doing it today. So, and yeah, I'm doing this journal entry after a long time. I had been sick in between as well. Thankfully, I'm still recovering, but it is still there, 10 to 20%. I can feel it. I am not fully recovered. So doing it after such a long time is definitely feeling good. But then again, why was this delay there? Why I couldn't find the courage to press the record button, as I always say? Mainly because this is what the problem was. It was not just about pressing the record button, because as I said earlier on, I'm using a dual microphone and camera setup, two devices recording stuff differently and separate from each other. And then later on, the audio from this microphone, which right now is going into my tab, will later on be sent to my laptop. The video from that camera, which is going into my phone, will again be sent to my laptop, and then both of them will be merged together. I guess one of the major reasons for procrastinating and not going for a video journal entry could be that I felt like this is a long process, a lot of things to do. Because earlier on, it used to be a simple process. My microphone would be connected to the camera phone. The sound would be recorded directly into the file, the video file, and there would be no need of syncing the audio, of rendering the audio. Editing also I would do on the phone only in VN Editor. And it was sort of a simple process, but I now find it difficult to keep things simple, because simplicity can only get you so far to a particular destination, but it's not the final destination. That's the point. It can help you practice your video journal entry sessions, that speaking sessions that you had planned for yourself. Yes, you can do that very easily, but if you want to be a better video creator, better content creator, you need to delve deep into this art of mastering. You need to master all the crafts that are involved. It's not just about speaking. It's not just about framing, composition, lighting. It's about all of these things: audio, script, editing, post-production, all of these things together. Video idea, what you're talking about, all of these things together are what make you a video content creator. And it's definitely not a simple job to do. So simple things slowly need to be discarded if I want to compete in that market, because that market is really booming right now. But as it is booming, it is also becoming difficult to compete with others. You have to compete with other video creators to get the attention of the viewers, to make the viewers watch your content. Consumers, media consumers, why should they not watch other creators, and why should they watch you? That is the question that every good video creator worth his salt needs to ask himself. How am I able to make content that people are not bored by listening to it or watching it? Anyways, so this delay was there. The delay that I was talking about, it was just getting up and pressing the record button is much easier and hassle-free compared to writing a script first and then looking for perfect video, then looking for perfect audio and post-production, editing and everything. When too many steps are involved, the mind thinks of it as something hard to do, right? When too many steps are involved, the mind thinks of it as something hard to do and chooses rather to skip the idea altogether, because for our mind, the go-to thing is to choose the easier path. It does not want to choose a path that is difficult if an easier path is available. That's how evolution has made us, and that's how we solve problems. Our problem-solving brain is designed to do that. It's in the firmware. Wherever there is an easier option, you choose the easier option. That's what our brain does, right? So earlier on, it was just pressing the record button and recording your video journal entry. Now, because too many steps are involved, I kept on procrastinating. So this is a learning lesson that I just wanted to record for future reference. I have learned from it, and hopefully I'll be able to tackle with this problem whenever it comes in the future, in the near future, in the far future, whenever it comes, I'll be able to better deal with it, hopefully. So a sequenced, scripted video will be of much better quality and value compared to the raw, instinctive blabbering in front of the camera in a non-sequenced, incoherent manner. That is why I delayed this process for so long. I delayed this process because I wanted to make a script. I wanted to write a script. I wanted to write the bullet points that I want to talk about so that I do not waste the time of the listener. That's the most important thing. So now, there is sort of this dichotomy there. There are two ways of doing the thing. One is to carefully write the script down, to have dual setup or triple setup, good lighting, studio lights, studio microphone, good editing, post-production, and all of these things, a perfect script and everything close to perfect as possible. That's one way of doing things. Another way of doing things is what I used to do before. Just sit down in my studio, plug this microphone into my camera, press the record button and start recording your video journal entry and keep on speaking for 30 minutes non-stop, whatever comes to your mind. There are no two ways about it that which one of these is going to fetch me or any video creator better results. Using jump cuts in your videos, using a perfect script, using good audio, good video, good lighting conditions, good framing, and everything perfectly is definitely going to make your listeners to stay and watch the full video, full-length video, because they know that a lot of thinking has gone into this, and it shows. They don't have to think. It's not a favor that the listeners are doing. They know that there is value in this video because it shows in the video, and it will only show if you have thought about the video, the idea of the video, and if you're recording it in the best possible manner that your means and resources allow you to do. If you're doing it in that best possible manner with a script and everything, with a good idea, then definitely the listeners are going to stay, the watchers, the viewers are going to stay, and you're going to have a successful video. So in the future, you need to find out if you are procrastinating, what is it that is making you procrastinate? If it is the fear of having a dual setup and lighting and this and that, a script and everything, if all of these things become hurdle in your content creation process, like for example, if weeks go by and you are not producing anything new, then the best thing to do is not to worry about the script, not to worry about the dual setup, not to worry about post-production and editing and everything. Leave all of that aside. Just get down in the chair, press the record button and start recording instinctive stuff as you used to do before, because that is the lesser of the two evils, at least. The lesser of the two evils in the sense that if one option is not to do anything at all and the other option is to do it instinctively without a script, then definitely doing it instinctively is much better than not doing anything at all. So that makes sense, I hope. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is taking the editing to the PC. Earlier on, as I said, I used to do everything on my mobile phone, but now because the laptop and PC system monitor, everything is in the other room here where in my workstation where I study and do stuff on my computer. In the winters for 3 months, it was not there in this room. It was downstairs in the hammam room, which we use in the winters in Kashmir. So it was there, so I was not able to use my my PC for much of the editing work, although I wanted to do it on the PC, but I couldn't. It was not possible. But now that I have brought it up, winters are almost over. It's March. Spring is on us. Now it is possible for me to do the editing work on my PC. I have brought it upstairs. It gives you the option of enhancing the audio because I'm doing it on dual setup. I can send the file from the tab to my computer and work on enhancing the audio. And also it is a habit building thing, because definitely my PC will not be able to run DaVinci Resolve, which is the best software available currently, and it's free, but I'm not able to use it because my PC does not have the features or the minimum specs that are required to run the software. But this habit, if I build this habit of doing my editing work on my PC, it will be beneficial for my future, because a habit at least will develop of using the editing and cutting on my PC with my mouse instead of doing it on my phone. So in that way also it's a great thing. I wanted to talk about my contractual interviews. Just when I got to know my net result in the month of February. Alright, so this is another thing that I'll be doing from now onwards. I'll be using triple clap sound to at the end of an audio that I do not like, that I would like to discard. I'll be using a triple clap or a four clap system, which will let me know during the time of editing that this portion needs to be discarded because there's a triple clap, four claps at the end of this clip. So it will be something like this. This is how I'll be signaling to myself, my editor, future self, who is editing this video, that this portion needs to be cleaned off. Anyways, getting back to this next topic of the video, the contractual interviews. I had applied for North Campus and Kupwara Campus of Kashmir University for contractual job for the year 2023, but at the last moment, I did not go for the interviews, although it would have been great if I went for them. But I was occupied in the days leading to the interview date, which was 27th and 29th of February last month. I was busy at my friend's place, Faizan's place. He got engaged, and that was a great thing, but it also meant that I had to be present at his home and be engaged in the work that was to be done at his place, at anyone's place who is about to get married. So I was occupied in those days, so was not able to prepare for this interview. There's nothing specific to be prepared for an interview of these sorts, but there has to be that specific thing, particular speech that you need to prepare. This is something that you can say I made up. I have made this up, but I feel that this is going to be a game changer for anyone who is going for these sorts of interviews. You are a student of English literature, and English literature, like any subject, comprises of a vast world of knowledge, whether it's from poetry, drama, novel, fiction, non-fiction, criticism, and so on and so forth. A lot of areas. But what they usually do in any such interview is that they ask you a specific question. And that specific question is, what do you like? What interests you the most? What fascinates you the most? And that's something that you need to work on. If, for example, my area of interest is archetypal criticism, which it is currently, and they then ask me which writer or influential figure from this area are you interested in or have you read? And then if I say someone like Carl Jung or Maud Botkin or Northrop Frye or Joseph Campbell, whatever name I give, I need to be carrying information about that writer in a foolproof manner, because the leading question that has led to this writer was not decided by the interview panel that is sitting in front of me. It was decided by me, because they asked me what you are interested in and I gave them the name. So this person, at least, even if you don't know anything else, at least this person, you need to have him or her. It should be at the tip of your tongue, the information the major information related to that particular writer of that particular area that you are interested in. So I was not able to prepare that speech kind of. Also, this speech needs to be prepared while you're talking about that favorite person of yours that the interview panel has asked you about. You should have something, a paragraph or two regarding that person prepared. It will just give them a good impression. As I said, I just made this theory up. It's not written anywhere. It's just my personal tactic, you can say, to tackle these interviews, or something that I'm thinking about doing. So I needed to have that speech prepared. I needed to have that writer prepared, which I didn't have. So I did not go for these contractual interviews. Another reason was that I had applied for B.Ed, private B.Ed in Jet College. Alhamdulillah, I got admission also there. And now I'll be going for a B.Ed program for the next 2 years. That's also a news that I wanted to record in my journal entry. That also played a role in deciding this thing for me, whether I need to go for this contractual interview or not. Apart from the contractual interview, I have also applied for the permanent faculty position at North Campus and Kupwara Campus, not at main campus, but at these two campuses. And the credentials required for that are definitely too low in my case. I have just a NET and a GATE and a master's, that's it. There are people who have NET, SET, PhD and publications and teaching experience and all of that. So getting a job in these two interviews of these two campuses, a university assistant professor job, and that too at the Paramount Institute, the university of this state or union territory, at least the Valley, Kashmir division, Kashmir University. It's a big thing and it's very hard. It's next to impossible. It's impossible, you can say. I can say it quite clearly. But then there's a chance, or there's a hope, a ray of hope, you can say. And that ray of hope is that they have not said anything about the qualifications as being the deciding factor for your recruitment or appointment. The only basis for appointment will be your interview. And if I understand it correctly, and I may be wrong, and I think I am, but I would still like to believe that I am not, that if this is the case, if interview is the basis for recruitment, then what matters is how you perform in front of the interview panel when they are questioning you and you are in front of them answering questions. In the English language, are you able to perform better than those that will be there on that day, those that have applied with you and will be sitting in those interviews with you? And will you be able to impress them with whatever you have to say, with your speech, your oratory? Because that's the only weapon they are allowing you, and that's the only potent weapon that you have. Others have PhDs, NETs, SETs, GATE, teaching experience, publications, and all of that. You have nothing of that. You just have a NET and a GATE. That's all. And you're 30 years old. You have no teaching experience, nothing. So it's definitely impossible. But I have no idea why there is a voice inside of me that says, don't give up on this opportunity. Just go there and give your best. Try to give your best. Prepare for it. And rest is up to him. He has written it for you. Whatever is written for you will get to you, no matter how it gets to you. You don't need to worry about that. And that's what our belief is as Muslims, as people who submit their will to God. That's what the word Muslim means. And the religion Islam means, that is surrender of your will to God, to the Creator, the omnipresent, omnipotent Creator. So whatever He has written for you will reach you. No matter how it gets to you, it will get to you. That's what I believe in. I'll just try to do my best, as I've always tried to do. So these were things that I wanted to talk about in this video journal entry. I need to stop this now. I have to do the editing and post-production as well, as I talked about all throughout this video journal entry. So guys, see you next time. This is 4th of March. This is Imran signing out. Take care.